Hi everyone, welcome to Strong Style Studios. I'm no longer your champion, Justin the Orange Dream.
I'm Alex.
And it's me, Noah.
And we're your champion, still co-champion.
Put the belt down for long.
Put the belt down.
Oh, it looks like we're gonna have to settle this next pay-per-view.
We will.
It's held in abeyance. Is Vacant the champion?
No, we're co-champions. We both defended.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is a review of King of Pro Wrestling 2013 from New Japan Pro Wrestling. First of all, I'd like to get your overall impressions on the show, just briefly.
A+ show. This was a lot of fun to sit through. I do agree with that. Some people say like it's a little long, but you know, when it's New Japan, you expect a little bit of long shows. But yeah, damn good show.
No.
I thought it was good top to bottom. It was like you said, and I've said a couple times before, that it was a little bit long for me. I feel like you could have cut a couple matches out, but they need their roster's so huge, you got to get everybody in. So.
Yeah, I thought this was an awesome show. The matches we were looking forward to pretty much all delivered, and then some. And there was nothing on this show that was hard to sit through for me either. Like, a lot of the stuff that wasn't that good was short, and the matches that should have gotten time did get time. So I thought this was an awesome show.
Okay.
Alright, so the first match of the evening was for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. Had Forever Hooligans, that's Alex Kozlov and Rocky Romero versus Taichi and Taka Michinoku. Alex, why don't you start this one off?
Okay. This was just a fun match. I thought that Taichi and Taka Michinoku, like them as heels, it's really entertaining. Like they're just such good asshole heels, and it was fun. Pretty standard stuff here. It really started picking up near the end, and then just that finish just kind of came out of nowhere. I felt like that kind of took a lot of the buzz away from it. And I was very shocked that Taka Michinoku and Taichi won the titles. I thought that was a weird thing to do, but you know.
All right, no.
I enjoyed this match. It's nice to see the Hooligans have a match with someone other than Time Splitters.
Yeah.
So that was enjoyable, but nothing blow away, nothing. I mean, it was a nice opener.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a strange finish, and I was okay with the changing of the belts, but it was a weird.
It was something fresh. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked this match. It was good for the opener. It was pretty much action from start to finish. The finish was pretty sloppy and kind of stupid. But yeah, like the heel antics from Taichi and Michinoku were really good.
Yeah, I love that. I love that when like they like. I think one of them covers like the other one does a fast count like they act like they won.
Yeah.
That's just it's cheap and poppy, but it works, you know.
All right, so ratings.
3.
No.
3.
2 3/4.
Okay.
Okay, next we had Toru Yano versus Minoru Suzuki. I guess I'll start with this one. These guys have had a feud for a while. They've had like 3 maybe pay-per-view matches.
Yeah, I believe so.
And then they had like a match in the New Japan Cup also. So these guys have been feuding for a while. I guess my thoughts on this match, this was really not much different from the previous matches they've had. It's kind of just to watch Suzuki, because I think there was like a DQ or no, it was a count out on the previous show. Count out on the previous show. This was just Yano getting his comeuppance from that, I guess.
Yeah.
It was just kind of, you know, Yano doing his heel antics, just I guess enjoying watching Suzuki beat him up.
I kind of liked it because it was just Yano was just being a goofball, and Suzuki's just like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and like beat the shit out of him. And I really like the finish because like Yano getting handcuffed and like just beating the hell out of him with it was really cool. And you know, it's kind of funny just seeing like a badass like Suzuki face a goofy guy like Yano. And so I find that funny. So it was entertaining.
No.
This was an alright match, but this was kind of one of the matches I was referring to earlier that I could have done without being on the card. But it wasn't offensive by any means. But watching Yano versus Suzuki, there's never a point when I think Yano's actually going to pull out a win. But it was alright.
Yeah. Alright. Next we had...
Well, we got to rate it.
Oh, yeah, you are correct.
I give it 2.5.
Same.
I give it 2.
Alright, next we had Hiroyoshi Tenzan and Takaaki Watanabe against KES, the Killer Elite Squad, Lance Archer and Davey Boy Smith Jr. Noah, why don't you start this one?
This was alright. I don't know. What's his name?
Watanabe,
sorry.
He took most of the heat in this match, which was expected. This was a lot like their Tenko-G matches, except without Kojima, which is kind of a big deal.
He was there.
He's like the best.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, he was the best thing in those matches, really. So it hurt the match, but it was fine for what it was. The problem with KES is that Davey Boy is, you can see him progressing and getting better, and Archer's not.
Yeah.
But other that's no different than what it's been.
I actually like Watanabe. I thought he was really good. I thought his stuff with the KS was really good. I thought like him like kind of like standing up to him, trying like to muscle him up and like not able to do it. Like that was good. I thought, and I think he has a lot of potential. You know, in like New Japan. You know, Tenzan. Is that his name? Tenzan. Yeah. I'm still not a huge fan of this guy. He's just kind of a little sloppy, but whatever. This was a pretty average KS match from these guys, and nothing really special.
Yeah, I think this was just kind of, well, I think what this match accomplished, though, KES was kind of out of the spotlight for a while, so they got a nice pay-per-view win here, get back in the tag team title hunt for the next pay-per-view. So I think in this it accomplished that, just, it basically was there to make KES look strong, but...
and give Watanabe a little bit of
yeah, just give him a little, so yeah, it accomplished what it had.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, I gave this 3 stars.
I gave it 2 3/4.
I gave it 2 1/4. I wasn't that thrilled.
Alright, we have a variance of opinions on that match. Okay, so next we had the Bullet Club, Prince Devitt, Karl Anderson and Bad Luck Fale versus Tomoaki Honma, Togi Makabe, and Kota Ibushi. Alex, why don't you start with this?
Okay, I was actually talking to Noah about this a few days ago, and I basically said that this was a match where it was a 6-man tag match, and everyone played their spots perfectly. Devitt and Ibushi going at it was awesome, and it showed a lot of the old Devitt we missed when he was a face, you know, and it was really nice. Bad Luck Fale actually showed that you can actually fucking wrestle with Togi Makabe and like have like some good big man wrestling. And Anderson was just, Anderson, it was worked. So this was a great match. Just like everyone played their roles right, never really was boring, and the Bullet Club shenanigans actually really worked in this match, I thought, and it was a fun match. So
yeah, I actually thought this was a very good match. It had, I don't know, it's had a unique mix of styles of people involved, and also just the stuff. I thought Ibushi was the star of this match. Personally, he was just, Ibushi just does crazy stuff.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And I thought everyone got their stuff in. I thought Anderson didn't get in as much as I wanted him to.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
At the end, he did. Yeah. But before that, he was kind of gone for a while. But other than that, everyone looked good in this. Noah.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys on this one. I didn't go in with very high expectations for this match, and I thought it over-delivered. I thought this was just going to be kind of like, oh, these guys need something to do, and here's it. But like Alex was saying, Bad Luck Fale, he was good. He was above my expectations. So I'm gonna go ahead and rate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gave it 3.5. So
I went 3 1/4.
3.5 as well. I agree with.
I was the one wrong.
Yeah, we all agree it was a good match.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, next we had a big-time rematch of a match many consider to be a 5-star match, including us. From the G1 Climax, Katsuyori Shibata versus Tomohiro Ishii. I guess I'll start with this one. This match was about as good as could be expected to follow up the previous match, because you knew they weren't going to match that match they had before. This was almost as good wrestling-wise. It just didn't have the crowd there as much, because the first one benefited from an insane hot crowd.
Yeah.
But I really, really enjoyed this. These guys were hitting each other. Unbelievable. This was basically just... The story of this match was the guys were just trying to upstage each other, each move. It's like they traded moves a lot, and it was just basically like, he hits me really hard, I'm going to hit him with something nastier. Next move. So this was awesome. I enjoyed this.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it too. I thought these guys worked very well together. This was just 2 guys going out there, like, a lot like Shibata versus Goto from, I think it was Domination or whatever, where it's just 2 guys going out there to beat the shit out of each other, and that's exactly what they did. It was perfectly fine match, and Ishii still looks like a monster. Shibata looks like the biggest badass to ever come out of New Japan forever, and it was a super fun match. I really, really enjoyed it from start to finish.
No,
I really enjoyed it also. The only problem I had with it was the spot where they did the "Who's tougher than who" spot again, but it was in the corner. I just felt like it went on too long.
Yeah,
and eventually these guys need to stop letting the other guy kick the shit out of them. But. I mean, this whole match was brutal, man. Shibata must be getting concussions in these matches because he keeps landing on the top of his head on like German suplexes. It's disgusting, but fantastic.
The trading German spot was awesome.
Oh yeah. One thing I also gotta add is like Ishii is really good about selling his neck. Like when he takes like a bump on his neck, like and like he like sells like you think like the guy like broke his neck or something like that.
He really look like it's really tight.
Yeah, he's good about doing that.
Alright, so ratings, I gave this 4.5. I thought this was outstanding.
4.5.
I gave it 4 1/4.
Again, consensus, really good match.
Yeah.
Next we had Yuji Nagata versus Kazushi Sakuraba. Noah, why don't you start this?
This was quite an enjoyable match. I don't remember a lot from this match, to be honest, but I know I enjoyed it because it was smacked in between such great other matches.
Yeah.
But honestly, nothing's coming to mind.
Okay.
I'm taking on this one.
I'm tagged in. This was actually pretty fun. I didn't really care for these guys' first match because it just was like all grappling and technical wrestling. This one they did that too, but then like they actually got down to serious business and started like throwing some sick strikes and everything, which it got really good. And then it just kind of had like a very quick, sudden finish, which I think kind of took the win out of the match a little bit for me just because I was expecting more. But yeah, it was a good match. Just the guys worked very well together. It's just, I think they're still like kind of holding back and like they're not delivering at the huge proportion that they're capable of, which I think Sakuraba is really capable of doing, as we see with his match with Nakamura earlier this year. So I don't know what it is about him in matches, but just like he just seems to kind of under-deliver right now for me.
Yeah, I don't know if he has, it seems like he doesn't have maybe the match structure elements down as much. He kind of needs someone who can kind of be
Nakamura's very
The
good.
thing I've noticed about a lot of his matches is that they'll feel like this really intense, almost like a real fight. But once you get to that point, the finish is never like, it doesn't wrap the story up very well in a lot of his matches, is what I found. But
I like this match. Since it wasn't very long, I did wish they did less of the grappling. It seemed like it took a while to get it, and we've seen that from them.
Not very fun.
I appreciate that, but this match I just kind of wanted to see them go at it, and they started to do that at the end. It just took a little while, but I did like this match. I gave this 3 1/4.
I went 3.5.
I give it 3 3/4. I just like watching these guys work.
Okay. Also, after the match, the Gracie brothers came out and challenged them to a tag team match for Wrestle Again, which I'm looking forward to. It's gonna be a nice attraction match. They're MMA guys.
Wrestle?
They're MMA guys. I think they were wrestlers though.
I think they're wrestlers.
But like they're well known for MMA guys, so it's gonna be like.
But from the Gracie family.
Right.
Yeah.
But I had never heard of them in the wrestling world, so I just curious.
Wait and see, I guess.
Okay, so next we had a what's believed to be a feud-ending match from a feud that's been going on for a while. Tetsuya Naito versus Yujiro Takahashi. Alex, do you want to start with this one?
Oh yeah. Well, I was never the big fan of Takahashi. I've just never really been impressed with this guy. But this was a match where he actually showed that he's pretty good. It started things out really slow, but then it picked up, and then the Naito and Takahashi showed some really good chemistry, some good near falls, and just this was a very fun match. One thing I will say though is that I think Naito won with the Koji clutch maneuver again, and that move just does not get a reaction from the crowd at all. And if he's gonna be starting using that as a finisher, he needs to find a way to make that work because it's not working right now.
Didn't he finish this match with the top rope move?
Maybe he did. I don't know.
I believe it was. I believe this was the one that it was a tap out, and I remember seeing him get into the Koji clutch, and I think like, oh, this might be it, and then the crowd was dead.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this isn't it.
I think it's a cool move, and it looks.
It's a good
they
move.
Just don't buy it for whatever
fell
reason.
really flat.
Yeah, the crowd just does not pop for it and doesn't get excited for that move, so he needs to work on that.
Maybe it wasn't built up well enough throughout the match because that.
No, that's something he does. He doesn't really build up to like doing that move. He just kind of does it, and that's it.
Yeah, I really liked this match actually. The only problem I had with it was the crowd wasn't into it for whatever reason. Probably because there were so many other big matches on the show.
Yeah.
But this felt like a feud-ending match.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you could really get the they played off their previous matches. The intensity because Yujiro a lot of times he's kind of like he's a
comedy
arrogant heel. He does a lot of comedy. He got really serious for this match. I think it was Trademark 629 who said this was kind of like a WWE style match. I can kind of see that a bit.
Yeah.
If I misquoted or if I got the wrong person, sorry. Don't fight me.
It's okay. Me and Trademark are close friends.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'll come for you.
Name dropping.
Cool. But yeah, it was a different type of match than you normally see on New Japan. So.
Also, one thing I liked is that Naito actually was kind of in control a lot of the match, which drove me nuts for a lot of his matches. That he's always getting beat up and like he still wins. It's like he needs to be showing us like a dominant wrestler.
Especially with the push that they've been.
Yeah, exactly.
Give him,
So.
I mean, you guys pretty much covered most of it. And normally I don't like Takahashi. I mean, he's a good talent, but he doesn't scream upper card
No,
material, but this
solid.
he fit in.
Yeah.
This was all right. It just fell flat at the end.
Yeah, I mean, if the crowd would have been more into it, this match could have been something pretty special.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went 3.5 on this.
3.5.
I also gave it 3.5.
All right.
All right, we're in unison here. All right, so next we had a matchup that we were all very much looking forward to. A dream match of sorts. Shinsuke Nakamura defending his Intercontinental title against Naomichi Marufuji. I guess I'll start here. This was a unique match because a lot of times when guys face each other for the first time, like you usually don't see so many reversals. This match was like based on just them reversing each other's signature moves. And the interesting thing was, like, a lot of the reversals were more impressive than if they'd actually hit the move.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like, you want to see the move get hit eventually, but this was like, how are they getting out of this?
Mm-hmm.
And just really fast-paced. There was a little sloppiness, but this was their first match together, and the good way outweighed the bad. I would love to see a rematch between them.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
I think they could have a blow-away match of the year contender type match if they had another one.
Definitely. This was a fantastic match.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice because both guys got a chance to shine and get their spots in.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd was hot, loved both guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the knees in this match, I was popping for every one of Nakamura's knees. It just felt like a lot of the spots happened so fast,
Yeah.
one guy turn around and there's the other guy,
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of fun, fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
Just what they need in the Intercontinental scene.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with everything you said. It was a great match. They showed some great chemistry together. My only thing is, like, I think I may have overhyped myself for this match. Like, I was expecting, like, to be blown away, and it was a really good match, but just, like, it's one of those matches where, like, I watch, I'm like, okay, that was really good, but I know they can do more than that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which, not necessarily a bad thing, always leave room for more if you this is going to be the last match. But, yeah, it was a very, very good match, and, I agree with everything you said. Just phenomenal counters, and very nasty finish, too.
Yes. All right, so ratings?
I gave it 4.25.
I give it 4.5.
4.25. All right, so then finally we had the main event, kind of the culmination of a long, amazing feud between Kazuchika Okada and Tanahashi. I forgot Hiroshi Tanahashi. Sorry, I forgot his name. Sorry, Tanahashi. But anyway, these guys, every match these guys have had has been amazing, outstanding.
Match of the
year contender. They're coming off. They were tied in their all-time series. I think 2-2-1.
Yep.
Going into this because they tied in the G1 in another great match that's been kind of overlooked a little bit.
Yeah, pretty good match.
Because it wasn't for the title. Anyway, Alex, I'll let you start off with this match.
Okay. This was coming off of Invasion Tag. Like, that was a match of the year contender. It was a 5-star match of the year. Absolutely amazing, and there's no way they're gonna top it. And this was a match where I heard a lot going in, and it pretty much delivered everything I expected. I mean, they did everything just like they've had in their past matches. It's just everything was a little bit more aggressive. It just felt more aggressive. Tanahashi was almost kind of acting as the heel because he realized this is his last chance to beat Okada, and so he was going all out. Great arm work, great spots. I mean, these guys have some of the best chemistry I've ever seen in the world. I mean, the counter sequence at the finish was like the most perfectly sequenced counters I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they countered the Rainmaker 5 times, and it's like, how the hell do you do that? And there's no misses right there. Like, it was really, really well done. Just so many elements of their feud coming out. One spot that I really liked was Tanahashi doing the Goto pin or whatever, right in front of Goto. He was basically being a heel. He's like, this is my last chance. I need to beat him. And
he also faked the leg injury.
Yeah, just Tanahashi wrestled this is my last title shot, and he's gonna go all out. He's gonna do everything he can to win. And you got that feeling in this match that and just fantastic, an absolute classic in my opinion.
No.
I thought this was also a great match, fantastic match. I didn't think it was quite on the level of Invasion Attack.
Okay.
A couple things that bugged me about it were the headlock spot at the beginning, just because they had the time limit draw before. I thought that Tanahashi's strategy going in didn't make a lot of sense to me.
It was a 30-minute time.
True. That is true.
Yeah.
I just thought that if anybody wanted to slow the pace, it would have been Okada, but. These are big time nitpicks, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't mean to tear this thing apart, but that, and then the fact that Tanahashi used the arm, went after the arm again when it didn't work last time. That was just a couple things, but other than that, everything worked. The crowd was into it. I don't think they botched anything, if I remember.
Not that I
know.
Maybe when Okada missed the drop kick a little, but then he picked them up and hit him with it and it was brutal. So
Yeah.
I mean, this match was awesome. Any other year people would be calling this, well,
People are
calling this a match of the year. So this is
For you, you mean?
It would be right up there.
Well, I think it's definitely between this and the Invasion Attack match for match of the year.
Yeah.
I didn't think that match could be touched. I honestly think I like this match a little bit better, ever so slightly better.
Yeah.
I think this is the match of the year, just because this felt. I've never seen a match just pull together a feud so well that this one did.
Yeah.
They incorporate. You didn't like the working over the arm. The whole story of this feud for me has been Okada is the only way he can win is with the Rainmaker, and Tanahashi saying this is his most dangerous weapon. I'm going to take it away. They did do it before, but it made sense.
Oh yeah.
And I just loved Tanahashi playing the heel. There was an amazing where he stole the Rainmaker near the end. It was an awesome. The crowd totally bought it.
Yeah.
It was an awesome false finish. And by the end, they were, you just got the sense that each guy had given everything they had, and that I just sensed the desperation was palpable the whole match.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just felt like neither of these guys felt like it's like I can't lose this guy. I can't be the loser of this feud.
Yeah.
And that just came through. And the finish,
Yeah.
where I love the finish because he was basically saying, I need to hit this move. This is the only way I can beat him. I'm just gonna do this till I hit it.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Yeah. Also, one thing I want to say is like that this match more than like any of the other matches, like I thought like Wrestle Kingdom had like the surprise like Tanahashi actually winning when everyone thought Okada was gonna win. Invasion Tag, everyone knew going in Okada was gonna win. This was a match where I was going in like Tanahashi actually might win this. I was really debating who is gonna win this match, and I thought like that was one thing that like some of the other matches like this year haven't had. Is like I do not know who's gonna win.
Yeah, and the thing is, throughout the match, they did a great job of building up to those false finishes.
Yeah.
There were a couple in the match where I was like, "Is this it?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So
they did a fantastic job.
And the thing I've noticed about this feud is these guys don't do anything particularly crazy. Like they have cool moves and stuff, but they don't do anything. Like they had one basically high risk move in this match, which was the crossbody outside, which
And
was
That's Tanahashi doing
Yeah.
that. He does that in a lot of matches.
and then
Right.
and then the tombstone powder on the floor.
What's been so great about this feud is the storytelling.
Yeah, exactly.
That's been neither of these guys has like flashy moves that no one else can do. They're just
Oh.
the best at putting a
Man,
match
Okada
together.
is just one of the best in the world right now. There's no question. I mean, this
So is
guy-
Tanahashi.
Tanahashi
Yeah.
is absolutely amazing, but like Okada, man, he is 26, 25 years old,
He's 25, yeah.
and like he's already this good, man. Like he's got like at least 10 more years before.
Well, Tanahashi's 36 himself, so.
But it's like this Okada is like the next Misawa or Kobashi in the making. Like this guy has like so much potential left in him, and I don't think we've even seen him hit his peak yet.
No.
Which if he
Which,
hasn't,
you
then
know,
what is
yeah,
his peak?
exactly.
5 stars every month or what?
Like I said, that's like one thing we can see like the next Misawa, like where a guy he's just gonna have a 5-star match like, every time he steps in the ring.
Yeah.
And you guys made the point that they didn't do anything really flashy, but everything felt so important
Mhm.
that these guys just understand pro wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, you can go out and have a 5-star quality match, and you're not doing anything crazy. You're not risking your life.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, you don't see that a lot these days.
It reminds me a lot of Flair Steamboat in that respect.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, you consider that this is among the great wrestling feuds of all time.
Absolutely.
You've got Misawa Kobashi, Flair Steamboat, and this are the best ever, in my opinion.
Yep.
All right, so anyway, ratings, I give this...
Well, the match. Sorry, I
Yeah,
interrupted.
ratings of the match. I'm going to give this a full 5. This is my match of the year, barely beating out the other match, which you can make a strong case for.
Yeah, 5 as well. Match of the year.
I gave this 4 3/4. This is a phenomenal match. I'm gonna have to rewatch it, so it might change by the end of the year. But loved it. Awesome.
We promise I'll keep the internet haters at bay for you.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
What'd you get the show overall?
I gave this 9.25 just because everything delivered, nothing really under-delivered in my opinion.
Mhm.
And then the main event somehow topped a match I didn't think could be topped, so
Yeah.
this was a fantastic show.
9.25 as well for me.
I gave it a 9, but go see this show. There's
Oh,
so many
absolutely.
matches worth going out of your way to see on this show. The last half of the card really is unmissable.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like last 2 matches at least.
Yeah.
And this time the
Shibata.
Shibata and Ishii,
yes.
yeah. All right, well, I think that about wraps it up. Basically, our final thought is watch this show. Definitely do not miss the main event, whatever you do. That wraps it up for us at Strong Style Studios. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff, and we will see you next time.
Take care.